Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be talking about having an Aquarius Venus in natal chart, or Venus in Aquarius, however you look at it. Say it either way. Now, some of you may remember when I first started my YouTube astrology channel, I did a series on the Venus signs in the natal chart, and they were a little bit concise, and some people may have referred to them as snappy. So what I decided to do was make another series on them in which the videos would be a little bit longer and more descriptive. So anyway, first thing up, well, Venus in astrology is connected with our relationships and our important friendships, significant friendships, and having Aquarius Venus, those people may, and some of them may actually be Aquarius, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant persons, or simply embody those characteristics. Um, could be people that are very selfless, altruistic, futuristic, innovative, eccentric, friendship oriented, um, unobtrusive, and considerate. And one or more may be, an Aquarius like profession, such as working as an electrician, or astrology, astronomy, computers, electronics, innovation, meteorology, as some examples. And as far as your own, it's also, about our attitude, in relationships, and really having an Aquarius Venus, you may, make a lot of friends easily, but you want, you may be detached to some degree, and it might be, something where you don't necessarily want, real, deep connections, because you want to have your freedom to do, whatever it is you want to do at certain times. So, anyway, well, Venus is also connected with things we love and what we enjoy. Having Venus in Aquarius, you may be enamored and really love, astronomy, astrology, computers, aviation, meteorology, innovation, tech labs, doing things, humanitarian endeavors, things that are, that require, altruism and selflessness. Even you may even enjoy, model rocket building, or something with, remote control, vehicles, have remote control cars, the small ones I'm talking about, like, they're like, for really, I'm not talking about, regular size cars, but anyway. Another thing about Aquarius Venus and having your Venus in Aquarius in the natal chart, well, Venus is connected with our self-worth, our self-esteem, how we feel about ourselves. So, those things, doing, having friends, group involvement, doing things that help others collectively, being involved in clubs and organizations, may play, be pivotal in one's self-worth, and also could be just simply expressing a universal love for others, being able to innovate humanitarian endeavors, things that require, selflessness, altruism, um, being ingenious, doing things, that are, could be, Aquarius related, astronomy or astrology, or doing some, work with computers, servicing, computers perhaps for people. These things can be, complete evidence in one's self-worth. Now, Venus is also associated with our latent talents and abilities. Having this placement, those abilities may include, again, could be work with computers or electronics, being adept as an electrician, doing something with aviation or meteorology. It could be working, with tech labs, or, you know, um, maybe it's doing something with, astrology, or being involved in an unusual sport, such as underwater hockey. I think chess boxing does exist. You may want to convert that on the internet. That could be something too, as some examples. And really, this is also too, when you have, Venus in our chart, natal chart. is also connected with money, monetary matters. Having an Aquarius Venus, those, monetary matters may be, connected, with freedom. You may desire, more, independence and more freedom to be able, to spend, when you want to spend, what you want to buy, and purchases may be done, sometimes done very spontaneously. It could be done, sometimes you may have a number of unanticipated and unpredictable monetary expenses that may come up. You may be dealing, you may spend, more money than most on computer related items, things of an electronic nature. It could be, you may make money doing something, Aquarius related, whether it's something with computers or electronics, or working as, an air conditioner technician, working as an electrician. Um, could be, doing something with aviation or meteorology, um, as some examples. And the thing is, also too, when you have Venus in astrology, is also connected with our possessions. So, again, going back to the freedom thing with Aquarius, you may either, it could be, well, it could be where you just simply may express a lot of freedom, buying what, having, possessing what you want to possess, regardless of what others think. And you may want, some freedom from them to some degree, as far as your possessions, so they're not dominating, your existence. It could be, also too, you may have more computer and electronic possessions than most people. Things that are connected with astronomy, such as a telescope, doing, having things, that are, as far as your possessions go. It could be robot, like such as a household robot, or like a vacuum, one of those robotic vacuum cleaners, as another example. And your possessions may be those of an unusual nature. It could even include like model rockets and model planes, as some examples. Maybe you have the most, as far as new technology goes, you may enjoy, getting things, having possessions that are associated with, advancements, or the most sophisticated of a certain, item, such as, the most advanced television, that you can get, the new, contemporary, models of things. Now, another thing is that Venus is associated with the food we enjoy, and the food that we love to indulge in. And Aquarius Venus, you may be really enjoy like food that's very, unusual or exotic. You may enjoy putting, making, being creative, with your food. And it could be the person that likes, that peanut butter sandwich with the bananas on them, or mixing a lot of different sodas together, to make, your own soda. There might be something unorthodox, connected with, the food that you actually enjoy. Um, I think there's something called duck feet. Um, Something as an example, something of an unusual nature, food that a lot of people, may not eat. That could be the kind of food that entices you and that you love to indulge and enjoy. Now, Venus is also associated with our values. And you're naturally having your Venus in Aquarius. Those values can include freedom and independence. And also, you may value friendship more so than the average person, and just society in general. There might be a strong interest in, society, just, being able to integrate with society more so than most people. And, you may value, just doing things that benefit many as opposed to an individual, and also your future as well, your goals and your aspirations. Those are things that you may strongly value, being, unique Venus doing something in an unorthodox manner and not worried about being criticized or ridiculed for doing so. Expressing ingenuity can be another thing you strongly value. And doing group related efforts, doing things in groups, clubs, and organizations. Venus is also associated with art, so you may be interested very unusual, bizarre art, and doing some artwork that's done on the computer, electronic art, as some examples. Anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment. Until next time, Edwin Learnard saying, stay well.